Well, good evening, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to share a story that came up today for me that I think will be very applicable to your life for many of you. So, I was at, this is kind of like one of those life lesson stories where, I didn't really know this when I was going through it and I was younger, and I kind of, I don't know if I could have been convinced, but I probably would have, really enjoyed a different perspective on the matter of somebody who's been through it. So that's what this is here, guys. Anyway, let's get to the story. So I was at work and chill ass dude right next to me, like cool, probably like my work buddy there. He was like, yeah, like I have a family and back home, and his brother is like trans and is just on top of that, like not being a great person currently, like with the family, and is very kind of caught up in an echo chamber, as I'm sure we all know somebody, as at least one of those three. And it was just like it was hard to hear the story because you could tell that they were raised like in a good way, and you know, it just some people end up making these choices in their life, and it kind of blows back on the family. And you could see he was just like, I don't think we're gonna ever get back together. I think that it's over. And you just see kind of like the kind of the disillusionment after like events like or stuff happens. And anyway, the point being, I want to kind of relate this back to like my life and my friends' lives too. But so I have another friend too, who he's got like a nice sister and stuff, but like she's just kind of they had a lot of kind of falling outs and big events that were kind of intense because certain decisions were made that perhaps didn't reflect how you were raised or maybe how you were used to be, which is fine. So before I give my example too, it's fine to be whatever you want to be. Choose your path, live your life. But I'm kind of making this video to show you like a couple different perspectives here. I mean, but before we get into all that too, so let me get back to my story too. So I had a story with like my family too, where we had like things that are falling out, and you just kind of wonder, you're like, are things going to come back together? Like, what's going on? And you get down because it's like you don't know what's going on or the other side of the story. And it's really like a lot of the time too, people choose their own paths, and you have to learn to kind of be okay with whatever their path is and still support them regardless of whatever they're going through or whatever's going on. Like the point of this whole thing too is like you got to be there for family, where you can, and you just support them and meet them where they are as best you can. I mean, you want to have boundaries and stuff, but the main number one point I want to take away from this for you guys is have faith, because things do change. And my situation with my siblings like kind of changed as well, and it's not perfect, but it got better. And that was just through time kind of healing it. And a lot of the stuff that during these intense moments in the past where I was like, oh gosh, like you were raised better, like I can't believe you're doing this, it just, you begin to have like a different perspective and a more understanding perspective of things. And you kind of just like, and it's, as time goes on, you kind of get past it. And that's what that's what I wanted to tell the guy today. That's what I want to tell my best friend, whatever. And what I want to tell myself too is just like, if there's tensions in your relationship that you're having, and it's just really throwing you off, and you're like, I'm not sure how things are going to turn out, just know that time heals a lot. You also get better and more understanding as a person. And the one thing with time passing is you're better able to assess the situation, hopefully too, because you've done some kind of personal growth in the months or the years or whatever's happened. So all of this essentially, guys, is only possible if you have good personal growth and you're constantly working yourself, trying to be better. So that's all, guys. I had a car going by playing music. I don't know what that is, but anyway, just trying to give like a little bit of perspective through story, something that I learned. Have a good day.